March Madness is obviously here, and we have some of the NBA players picking their brackets. All bias aside, of course, at least with half of them. So if we could pull up Steph Curry's picks, here is his bracket. Signed Steph Curry, obviously front, center, up, center, front, whatever. So here are his picks. South region, I like Virginia Commonwealth over UCLA. Nice pick. Ohio State over Syracuse. No way. Final Four, University of Florida. Going up against Kansas in the Elite Eight, Florida to the Final Four. Going to the East region, Michigan State over Virginia. Providence over North Carolina. Obviously because of the Davidson rivalry, one would think. Iowa State over Villanova. And the Final Four, Iowa State. A very trendy pick are the Cyclones. Fred, that's a great name. If Fred Hoiberg were to combine his first name and his last name, it'd be Froiberg. The West region, Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. Uber surprising. San Diego State in the Elite Eight. Wisconsin in the Final Four. BYU over Oregon. Interesting pick, one I don't like. In the Midwest, Wichita State losing to Louisville. Duke over Michigan. The Final Four, Duke. A little surprising there as well. Wisconsin not going on top of Duke. He has Duke winning that one. Florida beating Iowa State. And as champs, Florida. All right, so good stuff there from Stephen Curry. If we could come back very quickly. We'll give a golf clap to Stephen Curry. Mazel tov to him, as my fellow Hebrews would say. Now we go to Damian Lillard, the Portland Trailblazers sharpshooting man. Rookie of the Year candidate. Well, he won Rookie of the Year, obviously, but Damian Lillard. This is one where I say no bias aside. Because if we just want to even jump to save time, we look at the very bottom, 2014 NCAA champion, Weber State. Weber State, the 16 seed, who would have to go through, I don't know, Arizona. He thinks Oklahoma State. I mean, they're already not going to get out of the first round. But then the other ones are somewhat interesting. He has Florida and Virginia on the left side going to the Final Four, and Duke going up against Weber State. I love how he puts "we are Weber." So if we could come back very quickly, I will give Damian Lillard, who I absolutely love and adore as a basketball player, no credit at all with his bracket, but I understand where you're coming from. Prepare yourself. Here is more awfulness. Anthony Davis. I believe you can follow him on Twitter at AntDavis23 or some shit like that. So here's what he has. He has Stanford over New Mexico, Syracuse against Florida for the Final Four, Michigan State over North Carolina. North Carolina, I have losing in the first round, by the way. Arizona losing to Creighton for the Final Four. Creighton, a very interesting bunch as well. I don't have them, excuse me, I don't have them going far, but okay. Zona losing to Creighton in the Final Four. Kentucky to the Final Four and winning. Also interesting, all bias included. And if we could go to the last one, it is another Kentucky Wildcat, John Wall. Now, I love John Wall for this bracket alone. Great basketball player, former Kentucky Wildcat. Where does he have Kentucky losing? I don't know, just in the first round. Or excuse me, technically the third round. Excuse me. But I love his honesty. He has Wichita State beating Kentucky. He has Wichita State beating Louisville. I'm loving his picks already. And then a few others. Florida versus Ohio State for the Final Four. I don't know why NBA players are so high on Ohio State. MSU upsetting Virginia. Michigan State versus Iowa State for the Final Four. And Michigan State going to the Final Four. Now, Florida against Wichita State. He has Florida winning it all. I just really like this bracket because it's honest. It's true to himself. It's true to everyone else. We all know that Kentucky probably is not going to make a run to the Final Four. And I truly, truly believe it and adore it. One other thing very quickly. If you look on the top right in the West region, Oklahoma State against Oregon for the Final Four. What are yours? Leave a thought in the comment section below, and also do me a favor, subscribe to TYT Sports. See you soon.